Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of John Matrixx Talks Movies. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me. Today, I want to talk about expectations for Star Wars Episode 9. Now, coming off The Last Jedi and also off The Force Awakens, two movies in this sequel trilogy with pretty much two different receptions. A lot of people did like The Force Awakens, and The Last Jedi really did divide the fan base so much. So now, going into Star Wars Episode 9, what are your expectations for JJ Abrams to deliver on this film? I would recommend the safest way to go into this film and not be completely disappointed is to really have little to no expectations coming off of The Last Jedi. Because in my book, I really don't feel that there is much of a story to tell anymore. Luke Skywalker is dead. Rey is still good at everything. And I highly doubt that we will see her receive any kind of training in this movie. Because if you look at the way The Last Jedi ended, with Luke on a rock and becoming one with the Force after overdosing on the Force, which is pretty stupid, Rian Johnson, but anyway, it felt like everything was pretty much done. Now I know that the rebellion is reborn, so to speak, but it was only a handful of them. So with Rey being the center character of this trilogy, what can we really expect from Rey in this movie? Because I think she has become a little bit too perfect at everything for anyone to really take her serious as a character. And it does bother me that her character arc really hasn't been developed in this trilogy. Now, Rian Johnson destroyed Star Wars almost. JJ Abrams is forced to pick up the pieces that were, broken apart, and that was pretty much developed by Kathleen Kennedy and Rian Johnson. So he has to come up with a plan to satisfy a lot of fans. What will satisfy you in this movie? Do you want Luke to come back alive? I doubt if that's going to happen. Do you want Rey to get killed off? Do you want Kylo Ren to win in the end? Do you want Kylo Ren to be redeemed? So many questions, and I don't know if we're going to get too many answers on these, especially in one movie. Now, I fully expect that the Knights of Ren will play a major role in this movie, and I'm pretty sure that JJ Abrams will make them pretty cool. We don't know a lot about them, so maybe the Knights of Ren can somewhat save a movie that has a main character in Rey that almost nobody likes anymore, and also a weak villain that is Ben Solo, aka Kylo Ren. So JJ Abrams really needs to find a balancing act to satisfy the fan base. Now, I'm going in with little to no expectations on this movie. So what I'm saying is, I'm going in expecting this movie to be bad. I think that's the best way to not be completely disappointed with this movie. If it's somewhat good, to me, that's a win. Really, anything would be a win over The Last Jedi. So JJ Abrams can make a subpar movie. I think people will say, okay, it was subpar, but it was better than The Last Jedi. Let's move on. Let's let this sequel trilogy die, because this is the last movie. That's a good thing. This is the last movie of this trilogy. There is no other movie following this cast of characters as far as we know. So there won't be any Rey anymore, I think. No Kylo Ren. Now, we don't know what the Game of Thrones guys are doing, but I highly doubt that their trilogy is going to be a follow-up to this one. So, go in with the lowest expectations possible, and you will walk out with the least amount of disappointment. I'm sorry to say that it has come to that with Star Wars, but it really has. The bar has been set so low now, and that's unfortunate for a once great franchise. But what do you guys think of this? What are your expectations walking into Star Wars Episode 9? Let me know that in the comments. Are they way up here? Are they way down there? Or maybe they're just somewhere in the middle. Let me know that. If you're new here to the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me, and we will catch you on the next video. John Matrixx, out.